This is a stack of favorite storybooks from when I was a little kid. My mom just has them collected here, and I'm sure some of them are really familiar to a lot of people. Oh, this one got really beat up. Some of them are they're just in bad shape because these are literally 30 years old. Some of these books. This is one of my favorites, with the back spines falling off. I just have some really good memories with these. This one's really weird, actually, but I just remember it. So what I'm going to do is just a tiny little video series where I read these. It's partly to... they get so abused, but I mean, they're little kids' books. You don't want to tell little kids that they can't look at them and carry them around. So I'm just going to do a little video series where I read through all of these, and it's partly to preserve them for myself, just for my own memories. This video, or this YouTube channel, is seriously turning into just Sarah's memories. It's like my journal, and I'm obsessed with keeping a journal. I write in a personal journal every day, sometimes just a page or two, not even a page or two, like, a paragraph, and sometimes I'll go for pages at a time. So yeah, that's what this is going to be. I'm not any kind of expert reader, but if I can't find these books in the future, they can live here on YouTube, and I can share them with my family that way. And I've already read a couple of my favorite books that I grew up with. Yeah, it looks like this one was like in and out of the kitchen at various times. So yeah, I'm going to start with this one, But No Elephants. Okay, by Jerry Smith. Get my little cord out of the way. Some of these just have amazing pictures too. Grandma Tildy lived all alone. She worked hard every day. She had no time for play. One day, a man came to her house. He was selling pets. "Would you like to buy a canary bird?" asked the man. "Very well," said Grandma Tildy, "but no elephants." Grandma Tildy was cooking stew. The bird wanted to help, so he sang a song for her. It made Grandma Tildy happy. That night, they sat down to eat the stew together, and it tasted better than ever before. The next day, the pet man came again. "Would you like to buy a beaver?" he asked. "Very well," said Grandma Tildy, "but no elephants." Grandma Tildy needed firewood. The beaver wanted to help, so he cut the wood with his sharp teeth. That night they sat in front of a warm fire. Grandma Tildy went shopping. She met the pet man again. "Would you like to buy a turtle?" he asked. "Very well," she said, "but no elephants." Grandma Tildy was tired. The turtle wanted to help, so he carried her home on his back. That night, Grandma Tildy washed the turtle and put him to bed. The next day it rained hard. The roof started to leak. Then someone knocked on the door. It was you-know-who. "Would you like to buy a woodpecker?" the man asked. "Very well," said Grandma Tildy, "but no elephants." The woodpecker wanted to help, so he nailed the roof down tight. The dripping stopped. That night they all danced together in a warm, dry house. The days got colder and colder. Grandma Tildy put food in jars for the winter. "I don't like the cold," she said. Just then the pet man appeared. Would you like to buy an elephant? He asked. He's the only animal left, and I must leave before it snows. No, no elephants, shouted Grandma Tildy. She went back to her work. The pet man left. But the elephant stayed. It started to snow, and it kept on snowing. And snowing, and snowing, and snowing. No elephants, said Grandma Tildy. But the elephant would not go. They could not see the elephant now, but they could hear him crying. They felt sad. Very well, said Grandma Tildy. You may come in. The elephant was happy as could be. But the elephant had a problem. He could not get through the door. So they all helped push him inside. Oh dear, said Grandma Tildy. I hope the floor is strong. This is a very old house. Outside the snow kept falling, but inside the house it was cozy and warm. Everyone hoped winter would go away and spring would come soon. That night there was a terrible crash. The elephant had fallen through the floor. We cannot fix this, said Grandma. You will just have to stay there. The winter was long, and soon the firewood was gone. The elephant was always hungry. He kept eating, and eating, and eating, until all the food was gone. We cannot leave, or we will freeze, said Grandma Tildy. We cannot stay, or we will starve. The elephant felt sorry. Then he thought of a way to help. He started to walk. He walked and walked, and walked and walked. When he stopped, they were in a warm, sunny place. Welcome, elephants. And that is where Grandma Tildy and her friends are today. Did you know a 6 to 13-year-old who would do you know a 6 to 13-year-old? Yeah. All right. Grandma Tildy and no elephants. Okay. I will come back and read some more of these later.